Greetings, everyone. Today we will discuss the case of Cayetano versus Monsud, GR number 100113, promulgated on September 3, 1991. Just a disclaimer, the individual behind this YouTube channel created this video as a means of studying the subject. He is a law student, not a lawyer. He is only sharing his insights and understanding on the subject legal ethics. So what happened in this case? Respondent Christian Monsud was nominated by President Corazon C. Aquino to the position of chairman of the COMELEC in a letter received by the Secretariat of the Commission on Appointments on April 25, 1991. On June 5, 1991, the Commission on Appointments confirmed the nomination of Monsud as chairman of the COMELEC. On June 18, 1991, he took his oath of office. On the same day, he assumed the office as chairman of the COMELEC. Now, challenging the validity of the confirmation of the Commission on Appointments of Monsud's nomination, petitioner, as a private citizen and taxpayer, filed the instant petition for certiorari and prohibition, praying that the said confirmation and the consequent appointment of Monsud as chairman of the COMELEC be declared null and void for violation of Section 1, Paragraph 1, Article 9D of the Constitution, which provides that there shall be a commission on elections composed of a chairman and 6 commissioners who shall be natural-born citizens of the Philippines and at the time of their appointment at least 35 years of age, holders of a college degree, and must not have been candidates for any elective position in the immediately preceding elections. However, a majority thereof, including the chairman, shall be members of the Philippine Bar who have been engaged in the practice of law for at least 10 years. Basically, the respondent, as contended by the petitioner in this case, did not possess the required number of years for him to practice law. But what was the statement of the Supreme Court? The issue is whether or not Monsud possesses the required qualification of having been engaged in the practice of law for at least 10 years. The Supreme Court held in affirmative. Interpreted in the light of the various definitions of the term practice of law, particularly the modern concept of law practice, and taking into consideration the liberal construction intended by the framers of the Constitution, Attorney Monsud's past work experience as a lawyer economist, a lawyer manager, a lawyer entrepreneur of industry, a lawyer negotiator of contracts, and a lawyer legislator of both the rich and poor, verily more than satisfy the constitutional requirement that he has been engaged in the practice of law for at least 10 years. Second issue, whether or not the Supreme Court can reverse the decision of the COA or the Commission on Appointments in confirming appointees of the President. The Supreme Court held in the negative. The Commission, on the basis of the evidence submitted during the public hearings on Monsud's confirmation, implicitly determined that he possessed the necessary qualifications as required by law. The judgment rendered by the Commission in the exercise of such an acknowledged power is beyond the judicial interference, except only upon a clear showing of a grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. That's under Article 8, Section 1 of our Constitution. Thus, only where such grave abuse of discretion is clearly shown shall the court interfere with the Commission's judgment. In the instant case, there is no occasion for the exercise of the court's corrective power, since no abuse, much less a grave abuse of discretion, that would amount to lack or excess of jurisdiction and would warrant the issuance of the writ prayed for has been clearly shown. Let's delve deeper into the case by discussing the important points which your professor might ask during oral recitations or examinations. However, please note that it is not a guarantee. I highly encourage our listeners to read the full text of the case. So, question: how did the Black's Law Dictionary define the practice of law? It is not limited to appearing in court or advising and assisting in the conduct of litigation, but embraces the preparation of pleadings and other papers incident to actions and special proceedings, conveyancing and preparation of legal instruments of all kinds, and the giving of all legal advice to clients. The duties of an attorney who practices law entails maintaining an office where he is held out to be an attorney, using a letterhead describing himself as an attorney, counseling clients in the legal matters, negotiating with opposing counsels about pending litigation, and fixing and collecting fees for services rendered by his associate. So this is how the practice of law is defined. It cannot be said that Attorney Monsood's past work experience as lawyer economist is not a practice of law, because the practice of law embraces all conduct that involves the application of legal knowledge, training, and experience. Is the practice of law limited to conduct of cases in court? The answer is no. A person is also considered to be in the practice of law when he, for valuable consideration, engages in the business of advising persons, firms, associations, or corporations as to their rights under the law, or appears in a representative capacity as an advocate in a proceeding, pending or prospective before any court, commissioner, reference, board, body, committee, or commission constituted by law or authorized to settle controversies, and there, in such representative capacity, performs any act or acts for the purpose of obtaining, defending the rights of their clients under the law. One who, in a representative capacity, engages in the business of advising clients as to their rights under the law, or while so engaged performs any act or acts either in court or outside of court for that purpose, is engaged in the practice of law. This is actually a very old case. What is the practice of law under modern conditions? It embraces conveyancing, the giving of legal advice on a large variety of subjects, and the preparation and execution of legal instruments, covering an extensive field of business and trust relations and other affairs. Although these transactions may have no direct connection with court proceedings, they are always subject to becoming involved in litigation. No valid distinction so far as concerns the question set forth in the order can be drawn between the part of the work of the lawyer which involves the appearance in court and that part which involves advice and drafting of instruments in his office. Practice of law means any activity in or out of court which requires the application of law, legal procedure, knowledge, training, and experience. This phrase is very important because if you will memorize this one or understand it, the moment your professor will ask you what is the practice of law and provide this phrase, then you will be given merit. To engage in the practice of law is to perform those acts which are characteristics of the profession. Generally, to practice law is to give notice or render any kind of service which device or service requires the use of any in any degree of legal knowledge or skill. So that's the practice of law. That would be all. Thank you for listening. May your love for the law remain strong as always. Maraming salamat.